guys, really important question though. Honey, who's ready for some live girl chat? Head over to the Real Daytime's Instagram page today and use the hashtag #GirlChatLive to join in on our convo. And if you haven't already, make sure to vote for The Real to win the NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Talk Series, please, because if you're watching, we need your vote. Yes, people love to vote, okay? Now, also, tonight marks the first night of Hanukkah.
Wow.
So, if you're celebrating, we here at The Real want to wish you an amazing Festival of Lights.
Yes. Speaking of the holidays, if you're looking for the perfect gift, check this out. Remember Rachel Dolezal, the self-proclaimed African-American woman who was forced to resign from her job after her parents revealed she was actually a white woman? We even had her on the show. Yeah, you remember.
I hate.
She's making headlines again, this time for selling a Black History calendar just in time for the holidays. The calendar, which is being sold on her website for $20, features pictures of Rachel next to inspirational quotes, like this one for the month of December. It says, "Stay woke and ready to change the world. You never know when an important opportunity will arise." Y'all, Twitter is having a field day with the calendar, with user Van R. Newkirk II tweeting, quote, "We'll be purchasing each of my loved enemies a Rachel Dolezal calendar for Christmas."
So wrong. I'm so confused.
What do you guys think about this? Will you buy it?
No. So I take it that, I'm assuming, is she making the calendar because she needs some money?
Well,
Like, why
I don't know,
$20.
maybe. She's selling a lot of things, actually, on her website.
She's selling lollipops.
She's selling lollipops.
No way.
Soap. There's soap.
Yeah, she wants you to
Yeah.
buy
Okay, this is
her.
really dumb, and part of my ignorance, because I didn't go on the website and actually look at what she's selling.
Yes.
Are they all Black related?
Well, the calendar is.
The calendar is, she does, they're not all Black related.
And the
Lollipops,
interesting thing about the calendar.
Yeah, but let's be honest, though. If there's anybody who knows a good soap that's going to remove, like, skin makeup, it's going to be Rachel.
I don't know about that, but.
Okay, wait, we're really just going to sit here and act like some of the colors that she's come out in is...
Well, she's actually said she's tanned, so she doesn't wear blackface from what I know.
No, it was
she's
blackface.
like tan.
Spray tan. Like, it's real tan sometimes.
Yeah.
Your face, I cannot. I honestly, I know that I probably said this when we had Rachel on the show. I didn't have an issue with her saying that, you know, she obviously loves the culture. There are a lot of people that have been raised in Black communities, by Black families, that have adapted the culture, and I totally understand that. My only issue with her was lying. It was the not saying the truth. You can say, I'm white and I love Black culture. I'm totally down for that. I'm Latina and I love Black culture. But the problem was... There's a difference between lying, like you're perpetrating something that isn't true. It was the lying part. But the problem so I don't even is trust the
lying
dates on that calendar.
Inherently believe
The lies.
Right.
Like, it was her. It was her that inherently believed.
Well, this is the thing about the Black History calendar, okay? Look at, can we show it again? It's like, it's more pictures of her. She's like the head, and then, you know, her only history facts are like within the days.
It's
you
just
can
a
barely
lie.
see.
It's a lie.
So it's like, that's not really Black history. Like, Black History calendars to me, you got Martin Luther King, you got Ida Wells,
why are we looking at you?
Harriet Tubman.
Robinson.
Right.
Like, why are we looking at you for Black? Like, I just don't. Like, I get it if you want to praise people that actually did do things for Black history. Like, you know, then you can put out something like, I actually respect that.
Yeah. Right.
Like, you got to give it up to those poses, though. Those poses are, I mean, she's giving you full-on 90s Barbizon.
Yeah, but then don't call it Black history. Call it Rachel Dolezal history or something like that. You know what I mean? That's...
So question, wait, the calendar is specifically for Black history? That's what she said?
That's what she's saying. It's a Black History calendar.
I don't
the
understand.
Quotes don't say anything.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Black,
I mean, she has like a few quotes in the days. Like maybe on the 12th, she has something like, you know, Ralph Emerson's birthday or something like that. Or, you know, but it's not like a full-on.
I think my gut is saying, you know, she has 2 kids. I think she just had a baby. Was she pregnant when she was on her show?
Yes, she was.
I can remember. And I think she adopted a son as well. So maybe she's just finding ways to make to make money.
Yeah, but be true about it.
Yeah.
That's all
the
I'm
key.
saying.
No, I'm just trying to
I say
make
celebrate
sense
Black
of it.
culture is a beautiful thing.
Sell Fashion Nova clothes. I mean, they looking for people.
I can't with you. At Live, Love, Laugh, Serena 24 said, I enjoy it. If that's what rocks her boat, so be it. Let the woman express herself. Nothing wrong with that. All of a sudden, everything is an issue. Sheesh. People need to learn how to breathe.
I agree with that. I gotta say, as much as I'm sitting here joking, I honestly love that we live in a world where you could say, do whatever it is you want. Like, I'm not staying up. She's not keeping me from sleeping. You know what I mean? Like, if it's gonna make you happy and you're gonna be a better mom to your kids and do that, then let somebody just live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't
I'm
live
just
on...
not buying it.
Yeah, I think that's what we're saying, Jeannie. It's like, don't live on my history. My history is real. My history is serious. That's all we're saying.
And Miss Jaunty said, she agrees. She says, nope, this is sad. It's one thing to love Black people. It's another thing to use our culture to make money.
Maybe she's going... I'm just trying to look at the...
She's trying to make her
She's trying to reach.
She's trying to justify it.
When it comes to seeing your family during the holidays, should people leave their booze at home? Listen to this. Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez recently rekindled their relationship and are getting ready to celebrate Christmas. However, they may not be celebrating together. According to sources, Justin claims that this time around he's dedicated to being a better boyfriend to Selena, but not everyone is buying it. A family source told People, quote, Selena's family is still not happy about her seeing Justin. Selena doesn't bring Justin to any family events. Selena is spending Christmas with her family. As of now, Justin is not invited. So, ladies, when is the right time to bring a significant other around during the holiday season?
What are you guys saying? You guys are saying 2 months? 2 years into it.
Okay. 2 years.
I think first of all, I think that there is a certain protocol. It depends on whose house you're going to. Like, if you go to grandma's house, bring the person that you've been in a long term or you're serious about. Your auntie house is where you could bring your boo of the month. For me, that's
Grandma earns a little bit more respect and longevity.
But your auntie understands. She's like, ha ha ha, that's that thing, right? This month. Ha ha, I got you, girl.
I like her.
Am I wrong for saying I think it's on you, whatever you feel? Like, different relationships do different things. There's been people that you could be with for years and you don't want to bring them around. There's people you've been with for months and you're like, I want to introduce you to my parents. So I think every situation is different. In this case, I think sometimes this is a great learning lesson. Stop telling everybody your business and what happens in your relationship.
But it's the holiday, and people are naturally nosy, so they want to know who you with. And if you don't bring somebody, they be looking at you all cross-eyed, like, why what is you now?
Yeah, but if you talk bad about that person and then you guys get back together, that's why your family's mad, because they heard all the bad things he did to you, which, by the way, you definitely only told your side of the story.
Right. Well, I will tell you this. If you do bring somebody, before you bring that person, tell that person everything about your family, okay?
That's what I was going to say. My family will straight up judge everything about you. They'll watch where you go. They watch what you say. But my family's so funny. Like, they love roasting. They love roasting people. So when I bring people, I really bring you to put you in the pit of fire just to see if you can really hang and handle yourself, you know? Because, let's say, for example, if we have chicken wings, if you eat the chicken wings and you leave the grizzle on the side, my family will absolutely say, he eat like the white people. I don't like that. You eat all the way. You know what I mean? They're going to say that. They're going to be real. And you got to be ready for that. If you can't handle my family's roast, you ain't meant to be in that.
Yeah, and you got to let them know.
Yeah. Gotta let them know.
Mama Darlene, she did not play. Like, if I had a guy I was dating and I wasn't serious about him, she wouldn't want him to come over. I haven't met my brother Taver's girlfriends in 4 years. And it's because she's like, are you serious about this chick? And Taver's like, I don't know. And then she would be like, okay, well then I don't want to invest my time because my mom, you guys, oh my gosh, she has the gift of discernment. And I used to be so afraid to bring a boyfriend by because I knew her and my grandma, they would tell me the truth. I remember just showing my grandmother a picture of my college boyfriend, and she was like, no, that ain't it. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not telling you anything. So I would make sure that I was 100% serious about the relationship before I would bring them over to my family at all.
This is what I say about relationships during the holiday time. You know if a person really care about you the way they treat you during the holiday time.
Yes.
And if you not being invited to the family dinners and gatherings, you might really need to understand what's your place in that relationship.
Yes.
And that's on serious.
Yeah, there's so much that can go on where you can really watch how they introduce you to the others, how much they share the good things about you.
I like them old players. Them old players, they don't care. You know, this is my lady friend, Jean. my lady friend.
Well, we asked you guys, at what stage in dating is it appropriate to bring someone around for the holidays? And at K. Coley said, when you're pregnant or if not pregnant after a year.
What?
What is Coley talking about?
I don't know. When you're pregnant
What
or
we
if
gotta-
not pregnant after a year.
When you're pregnant or if not pregnant.
What does that mean?
That means if they're not married and this person is pregnant and she's like, I'm important because I'm carrying your child. You better bring me over to your family's house. Maybe it means that, and maybe a year if the person is
not pregnant. Okay,
I figured it out. That was hard.
The Instagram whisperer, Tamara Moriarty.
Okay.
It's not no limit on that. You could just tell us exactly what you mean. We got to figure it out. Thank you, Tamara.
You're welcome. Okay, well, something else that's stressful during the holidays is traveling.
Yes.
Yes, and adding a young child to the mix can make it even harder. Trust me, I know. May Rui, a cancer researcher and Grammy-nominated concert pianist, was traveling with her 2-year-old son and elderly parents on a Spirit Airlines flight from Houston to New York when things quickly turned into a nightmare.
The way y'all look at when she said Spirit, I'm done. This is the real, and this audience is too real.
So you guys are not feeling Spirit Airlines. Y'all not feeling it already.
I've not ridden on Spirit.
Me neither.
Why are y'all making that face?
I want to go.
All right. Okay. Well, all right.
All right.
Rui was in the process of breastfeeding her 2-year-old son while her plane was being delayed. It was delayed and grounded when she claims flight attendants told her to stop breastfeeding and place her son in a seat. Despite Rui pleading for more time to breastfeed, she eventually placed her son in his seat, where he immediately began crying. Rui claims it was then that the crew forced her to leave the plane, telling her that she was not being compliant. Here's the video she shot following her.
Captain and I decided that
because the baby was crying.
We would deplane the aircraft.
Because the baby was crying.
Right.
So you're saying you can get rid of a family because the toddler was crying while strapped in his seat.
I didn't say that.
So why were we getting? Why
You
were
were
we chased
non-compliant
off?
with flight crew instructions.
Well, Spirit did issue a statement saying, in part, quote, FAA regulations and airline policies require all passengers to stay seated and buckled during takeoff and landing. We apologize for any inconvenience, and as a courtesy, we've issued a full refund to the passenger. Refund.
I know, like that's $27.99. What is that? I'm just asking. I know the sheet. I don't know.
So, I know how the audience feels about Spirit. So, ladies, do you guys think
it's not about Spirit?
It's okay.
It's
well,
not
do you
about
guys
the airline.
think? Do you think things should have been handled a little differently?
It's not about Spirit.
Okay, Lonnie, how do you-
I want to get off of that because the point is it compliance? And that's any airline. And if you're not complying, and we got to realize, you guys, it's the holidays. It's a lot of people stressed, including the people that are working for any airline. And we don't know the other half of that video.
Yes.
This is the half afterwards. We don't know really what happened for. I'm just trying to give y'all another perspective.
No, I'm with you, because at the end of the day, when the plane takes off, everybody has to be seated.
Yeah, even if you have
Everybody
to
has
pee,
be
you
strapped
can't
in.
get up and go to the
You don't have a
bathroom.
right to hold up 300 people on a plane, the schedule they have on the tarmac, the people that have to make the layover, the people that have their schedules in order to arrive safely. So if your butt is not in the plane and you're not complying, I agree, walk the plank. Like, let's go.
I have experienced this because, yes, when a 2-year-old is, becomes 2, they have to sit in their own seat.
Right.
And sometimes that's a hard transition. It happened to Araya, and yes, she had to stay in the seat. I remember the flight attendant coming up to me saying, "Ma'am, we've got to take off." And Araya was screaming and yelling.
Okay.
And she said, "We can't take off until your child is in the seat." And we were already delayed. There were passengers who had connecting flights, and I didn't want to inconvenience them. So I was like, "Araya, girl, you're going to have to figure this out." I put her in the seat. You guys yelled and screamed all the way up until we, were cool. But, she
And
learned.
I've experienced that.
Yes. However, the only thing, there's holes in the story because she said that the door wasn't even closed yet, and there were passengers still walking by. And there are some flight attendants who are just mean sometimes with kids. I've experienced it. My son had an iPad. Having an iPad just helps things move along when you're on the flight. And there was a flight attendant who said, "I'm sorry, your son cannot watch that unless he has headphones." And I was like, "What? Well, this is the first time I've heard about this. We fly all the time." She was like, "No, people are complaining that it's too loud." I'm like, "We didn't even turn the thing on yet."
I know.
So I think it just, I think there's things.
I think we're going to continue. Let's
Yes,
continue
yes,
this
yes.
conversation.
Okay.